Welcome to this episode of Blue Gold Update. I'm your host, Camden Reese.
And I'm Izzy. The Blue Gold Update is produced by our Audio Video 2 students at Friendship High School, and we're dedicated to bringing you the stories of people and the programs that touch the lives of students.
We want to start the show with a look back at 2021. Let's watch.
My younger brother, who I'm really close to, he didn't have a baby, his girlfriend had a baby. And so I have another nephew, and so that was the biggest impact. It was kind of a reality check that we're adults, and it's not weird to have kids now, so.
For me, I traveled to Iceland in the summer, and I witnessed an erupting volcano, and I actually collected some of the lava that was still red hot and glowing. That's something I've always wanted to do.
Watching my seniors cross the stage when they graduated, the excitement that they had to know that they were opening a new chapter in their lives and going on to do the things that they have worked so hard for 13 years to be able to accomplish.
You know, I think a really awesome part of being a cheer coach is seeing all of the inner workings of a lot of the system of the school. And last year when we got to have the pep rallies outside with everyone, freshmen all the way up to seniors, and I feel like it really just brought all the campuses together as one. And I love that we got to see each other and be in that huge arena, just like cheering on the football team and all the other teams. I think seeing everyone together like that as one was an incredible moment.
The worst part about last year was that we're still under like guidelines and restrictions of certain things. And so like going to concerts or going to certain public places, you can go, but only limited, or like prices boosted up. But yeah, just the inconvenience.
The unknown, not knowing what was going to happen next and what was to come.
All the online teaching, so many kids didn't come to class, to the online settings or the viral settings, virtual settings, and it just really kept complete chaos. Grades were terrible, attitudes were terrible, not only for the kids but for the teachers. Everything was kind of in limbo.
The worst part of last year, I guess, was just all the stress. After I graduated college and I was getting ready to be a teacher here at Friendship, I was really stressed out. It was my first year teaching, didn't know what I was doing, but yeah, I felt prepared, but it was still like really scary. So I just had a lot of anxiety for the first year teaching, but so yeah, that was probably like the worst, was just the anxiety part of it.
Virtual learning, having to be a virtual teacher and not being able to make those connections with those students like I was just talking about, not being able to get to know them like I do my face-to-face kids, that was the most frustrating and worst part of the year.
My favorite part of last year would probably be going on vacation with my family to Hawaii.
Favorite part of 2021, my daughter's 15th birthday. We went roller skating.
Oh, that's a good question. My favorite part of last year was spending more time with my family, just because in 2020 we were really restricted. So in 2021, the fact that we got to go to baseball games and have bigger gatherings was really fun for me.
Vacations I got to go on, lots of outside living.
Part of last year, I started here at Friendship ISD. I was student teaching and I graduated from Texas Tech University, being a first generation student, which is pretty cool.
The best part, I think, was when, wasn't it last year the year that we got to take off our masks about halfway through the year? I feel like, feels like so far away, but that was, I think, the most exciting one day of last year, because when they had the option of taking off their masks, I got to see what they look like sometimes for the first time, and that was just kind of wild, seeing all the faces and all the complete expressions of everybody. That was my favorite part.
Did you know Friendship has a nationally ranked student in bowling? Well, we do, and we'd like to introduce him to you.
My grandparents were bowlers, my parents were bowlers, so every Sunday from before I was born until I was like 6, my parents and family went bowling at South Plains Lanes. And so I grew up bowling, so growing up I had a fondness for the sport. And then I didn't bowl for many years. I don't remember exactly why we stopped bowling, but I got into the youth league, and 4 years later it's been going. I plan on continuing to bowl through high school and going to college and bowling. I plan on going to either Wichita State or I believe it's Oklahoma Christian University, which are two of the best bowling colleges in the entire country, just so that I can continue advancing my bowling game. And then hopefully after that, going pro in bowling. If bowling doesn't work out, I also plan on studying astrophysics. Since a kid, I've always loved space. And astrophysics is, you take physics, you look at space. So you have physics in space. You then look how physics work in space, and then you apply the physics in space. That's it. That's astrophysics.
So we were walking to school. I started thinking about lunch. Mom packed me turkey and cheese.
She's
I really
smart.
want cheese pizza.
Sometimes her mind wanders.
We should have a sleepover.
I remember saying, Laura?
I think I heard Mom say something.
The sign says don't walk.
Sometimes it's so overwhelming.
I really hope she doesn't
I
have
really
another
hope I
bad
don't
day
have another
at
bad day
school
at school today.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
Our hearts are made stronger by how we treat others.
Put her there.
The light you share can impact those around you, but so can the darkness.
Later, twerps. Did Pete saying mean things bother you?
So when you reach out to another person, take a moment to consider how they will feel and let your heart be the key to making a difference. Because of you, someone's entire day, year, or even life can change.
In every heart, there's hope.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but... Wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision... Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah! Invent...
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
Because of you, I felt hopeless.
I know it was a joke, but it still hurt me.
Because of you, I felt wanted and not alone in this world.
Because you said hi to me on the first day of school, I felt included and I knew that I was going to be okay.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world? You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
This could be real.
It's coming! Run!
In a world where we watch natural disaster movies instead of preparing for them, a natural disaster could be coming soon to a town near you. So, before you watch another movie trailer, or Dress or How To, or Quiche Cooking Show, or whatever, take a minute and build something that matters. Click below to build a natural disaster plan for your family.
Now we would like to introduce you to Miss Humphrey, who is not only teaching her students a marketable skill, but also compassion.
Hi, I'm
Stephanie Humphrey. I teach health science theory, principles of health science, and medical terminology, and this is my 3rd year to teach here at Friendship. Well, health science in general encompasses everything in the healthcare field, from your basic entry-level type position to physicians. We let kids have an opportunity to kind of dip their toe in the water to see what area in health science they might be interested in. So for here, we do a lot of like pre-nursing type stuff. Well, golly, it's a job that's never going to go away. Health science is only going to continue to grow. We're always going to need physicians, we're always going to need nurses, CNAs, CMAs, pharmacists, pharmacy techs, receptionists, and everything in between. The person best suited for health science, or if you think you may want to be in health science, is the person who has a servant's heart. You have to have a desire to help your fellow human beings and to serve. And that's really probably the foundation of health science, is that desire to serve. I went to nursing school at South Plains College, and then I nursed for, this is my 12th year as a nurse. So I worked actively as a nurse for 9 years and then transitioned to teaching. And in between there, I also earned a bachelor's degree in psychology from Grand Canyon University.
Since we're on the subject of health and other people caring for others, we got to spend some time with some students to demonstrate compassion in a tangible way.
I'm Lori Powell. I'm a registered nurse and a health science educator in the state of Texas. I teach in the Health Science Career Technology Education Division of Friendship High School. Preparation is key. Any test you take, I hope that you prepare for academically, and this isn't exactly a test, but we certainly have ways to make this a more pleasurable experience. Making sure that you have adequate fluid intake, which is your water intake. We recommend that you drink extra water the day before and 2 days before, in fact. I always advise students to make sure and wear like short sleeve shirts, t-shirts, something like that, so that if your classrooms are too warm, it can tend to alter a little bit and make you just kind of have a more sensitive reaction to temperature environments. And so all of our classrooms have a different temperature. We all know that here at high school. So I always encourage people to wear short sleeve shirts and make sure that they have a way to, if they're cold, they can put a jacket on, or if they get a little too warm, they can take the jacket off and be able to take care of themselves the most. You may never know what impact you had on this world directly for every positive, but the greatest gift is life. And what a treasure it is to be able to contribute something that most of us walk around and enjoy all day, every day.
Now we want to introduce Miss Knight, who is this episode's Teacher Spotlight.
I actually have 2 jobs. I am the Fine Arts Secretary. I work back in the band hall, kind of coordinating all the chaos back there. And then I'm also the director of the GUARD program here. I'm weird. I've always thought that about myself. I'm just kind of a little bit of an odd duck, but that's weird that that's the first word that comes to mind. I'm feisty, I think. A lot of the things I've gone through in my life have kind of made me have to be that way, a little feisty, a little scrappy. I have a huge heart. I'm super emotional. What you see with me is pretty much what you get. I tend to wear my emotions on my sleeve. I'm generally happy. I'm generally a pretty happy person. Life's kind of too short to not be, you know. And then I definitely see myself as a hard worker. I'm always gonna go above and beyond. I'm a single mother. I have a 10-year-old little Spitfire. if you're ever around the band or the Guards, you're gonna see her. She's somewhere around there. But her dad actually lives out of town, so I raise her by myself. Now, I say by myself, I have a huge network. I mean, obviously, like I said, if you come back in the band hall, you're gonna see her. She's got 300 siblings kind of hanging out back there, and my mom is here, and I couldn't do what I do without her. I also, I don't want to say was married at a young age, it was 23, but after about 6 years, we got divorced, and it was the right decision. We're still very amicable. That is Lily's dad. But it was one of those situations where it was like, this just isn't what it's supposed to be. But so those are the two that really come to mind. I think the other biggest one is my dad unexpectedly passed away. It's been a year. It was a year in November. He'd spent a good chunk of his life not being well, but it was sudden. It was unexpected, and it was right in the heart of marching season, which made it tough because there really wasn't a lot of time to, stop and grieve. And I think that kind of came back and got me a little bit later. But through all of that, the band family has just been a backbone. I wouldn't be able to do what I do without it.
Oh, look, a redhead.
Staring contest!
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly and put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Hello.
Hi. I'm from Blue Hood Stone Barns. We brought a meal for you, and I'm here to serve it to you.
Okay, great. Come in.
Zucchini carbonara, made from zucchini that was harvested earlier this morning.
Again? Hey, Dan Barber.
You have room for a little bit more?
Come on in.
Brochettes with sausage. So when we made that zucchini carbonara, they're the end pieces of the zucchini, and they're the cores that we cut away, not to mention zucchini flour. Usually those get thrown out. We use them to create an entire second dish. Does that,
Again?
I'm here to bring you your third course. It's the vines from your zucchini.
We'll have a little zucchini stem pasta, a different experience of zucchini. When we start to think differently about our food, we can get a lot more out of it.
This is delicious.
What do you think we can make out of this? 40% of food in America is never eaten. Cook it, store it, share it. Visit SaveTheFood.com.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Friendship Tiger Softball is preparing for an amazing season this year, and we had the chance to catch up with them and talk about their drive for success.
Right now we're working a lot on fundamentals,
and we have some new players. We're working in different positions, teaching them different plays and situations. We always work on situations and things that you may not expect to happen in a game. We want to be prepared for those, but really basically it's just fundamentals of catching, hitting, and throwing. We try to be positive. We try to set them up in situations in practice where they can have success and kind of overcome it, and we talk a lot, but they're pretty good about it. You know, softball is a kind of a game of failure, basically, and they understand that, and everybody goes through slumps, but if you keep working hard, then usually you'll work out of it, and the girls know that. Really, because we don't let them have their phones out in practice and games, and then we have a lot of ongoing discussions. We turn a lot of it over to our seniors because they've been around and they understand, and a lot of times the players listen to other players quicker and easier than they do the coaches.
Another sports program gearing up for their season is our track and field team.
I always talk to them about their mindset. Their mindset going into track practice is very important because every day is hard when you get out here and you're just running. And so I talk to them about their mindset. As long as they're coming in with a positive outlook, they know they can do the workouts. They kill the workouts. But if they go into it before with that negative, those negative thoughts, then it's going to carry over into their performance. So we just harp and harp and harp on mindset and then encourage them all the way through. Well, my first expectation is for them just to try their best and have fun. We talk about that all the time. Enjoy what they're doing, try their best, and then when it comes to competing, it just carries over. Their competition is, when they try their best in practice, they do their best in meets. And I would expect us, obviously, to win a district championship. We won last year. I expect it every year. And then expect for a good amount of girls to move on to area and then to regional, and then hopefully always would like a girl or a team to make it to state. Well, we have a lot of girls just in straight track all year. So they're in our strength and conditioning program. We're working on speed, we're working on form. Now that it's getting a little closer, now we're starting to try to get ourselves in shape. And then each of the coaches are just working on the techniques of the events. Well, I think they have just felt success in middle school and got to know the coaches up here, and they just want to be a part of a program and hopefully continue that success at the JV university level.
Thanks for joining us today. If you know of a great story about Friendship High, we want to tell it. Let us know by calling or emailing us.
Also, be sure to follow Friendship.tv on Facebook. We'll see you on the next edition of the Blue Gold Update.
Mike Rowe on the skills gap and how a national nonprofit student organization called Skills USA is trying to fill it.
So the thing about Skills USA that's so cool, and the reason that my foundation has supported it for years, is that it's deliberately focused on celebrating a skill. 3 million jobs right now exist in the trades and transportation and commerce. The skills gap is real. Training kids and getting them excited to do the jobs that exist ought to be job one. Skills USA does that in a big way. It's about excellence and competition and being good at what you do, and eventually through all of that, learning who you are. Skills USA is working.
Learn more at skillsusa.org and microworks.org.
Hey, Adelina, how are you? Hi, Meals on Wheels.
I'm Marco. I'm a college student, and I volunteer as a driver for Meals on Wheels.
I'm very happy I did it. I think it's awesome meeting these people. I mean, they're so interesting. They've had so many wonderful experiences in life. You can tell when you go to see them how eager they are to share their experiences and their wisdom with you. I can see my grandparents in some of these seniors, and when I think about what I want for them, if they lived alone and didn't have anybody to look after them or help them get food, I'd want someone there who does what I do to make sure they're being fed. Your community helps to raise you up into the person that you become. Meals on Wheels is a great way to give back to that community.
Hey, Linda. Hey.
What is it, boy?
What's our plan for Tornado, huh? You know, the things that spin, like this.
Do you need to go out?
No, Linda, focus. I'm getting dizzy here.
Are you hungry? Do you want some food?
Food! You want to store some food? Great plan, smart human.
Your pet can't help you plan for a natural disaster, but prepare.adcouncil.org can. Click below to make a family emergency plan that includes your pet.
What if you could invest in the future of kids, like a stock? Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change. A whole new kind of investment called Better Futures. When you invest, it helps kids go to college. Believe in us, invest in us, watch us grow.
My name is Sydney, and I'm your dividend.
I already knew that I was gonna go to college, from a young age. I definitely want to major in political science. After that, I'm gonna get my law degree. Then I'm gonna come back to Detroit, boost the economy, become the mayor or something, try to make the situation better for other people. I feel like I owe it to the city. I'm determined, it's gonna happen. My name is Justin, and I am your dividend.